I've always been a Fender guy, you could say, and while I'd still profess that to be the case, these days, by some strange turn of events, Gibson has Fender outnumbered here in the studio. Is it a takeover? I don't know, but there is something special about these three guitars. So what is it about these guitars? Well, let's go through them one by one, oldest to youngest, as in how long I've owned them. The first is the SG. It was like my first big boy guitar, you could say. Why did I buy it? The 2007 Crossroads Guitar Festival was the first time I'd seen Derek trucks, and I don't think I ever saw somebody so cool playing such a cool-looking guitar. This is a 61 reissue from 2008. They are such good guitars, especially from that era. The thinnest neck, I think, out of any guitar that I've ever owned, which is not normally something I gravitate towards, but in this case, it makes this guitar just so right. Came with 57 classic pickups, very polarizing opinions on those. People love them, they hate them. They can get a bit muddy, that I will say, but a long time back I swapped the 300K pots that come standard in these with a set of 500Ks, and that made a world of difference in adding clarity to this guitar. Let's give her a listen. Up next, we have the 335. She's a satin model from 2020, 2022, somewhere around there. This is when they started doing the generic medium C-shape necks on these. Very comfortable neck profile, and it came with the T-type pickups, which I also really enjoy. I've always wanted like a proper 335. I remember being a 12-year-old kid drooling over the Musician's Friend magazines, you know, the catalogs that they would send you in the mail. And I would sit there and try to calculate exactly how many years worth of cleaning pools and cutting lawns it would take before I could finally save up for a real 335. Apparently it takes 15 to 20 years. Finally, we have a guitar that I really should not own. At least I never thought that I could own something this nice. It's a 2007 custom shop 1954 Les Paul reissue. It's a gold top R4. It was sold to me and my wife recently by a very kind man who was more interested in finding someone who would play this guitar on a regular basis rather than finding someone who could afford to give him really what the guitar is worth. So what a great dude. This guitar is so good. It has a neck that's about the size of my left leg. I mean, it is enormous, which has taken a little bit getting used to for these tiny sausage fingers of mine, but the practice has been so worth it because this guitar feels and sounds just the way you want a custom shop to. It may or may not have Lollar P90s in it. It's hard to tell. That's the story that came with the guitar when I bought it, but I certainly am not taking this thing apart to find out for sure. Because it sounds great as is, and I'm not going to mess that up. As far as picking a favorite out of this group, that's an impossible task. They are all amazing, and each of them very, very different in their own right. The SG, it carries the nostalgia for me. I've had it the longest, and something about that guitar just makes me want to go after it, if you know what I mean. The 335, it's the most versatile out of the bunch, and that is certainly worth it. And the R4, well, that's just it. It's an R4. How could you not love it? Let me know in the comments below what your favorite one is. If you were gigging this weekend, which one are you bringing with you? As always, I've been Joey. I'm going to play you out now with a few more clips of these three guitars. You guys take care, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.